Next up, we have to do some long division, and in this first one it says x squared plus 12x plus 5 divided by 3x plus 5. So for the long division problems, we're going to draw the long division symbol first of all, and the numerator, in this case x squared plus 12x plus 5, will be written down inside the little division sign, and then 3x plus 5 will be written on the outside. By the way, the x squared plus 12x plus 5 is called the dividend because it is the numerator, and the 3x plus 5 is called the divisor because it is technically the denominator of this expression, basically. So what we do is we first write them both in order in standard form, where the highest power first and then go all the way down, and then we try to basically do some division. Now, when you're performing the division, your job is this. We want to make the 3x somehow become an x squared. So what we want to do is figure out what to multiply the 3x by to make it at the end x squared. And in this case, it's a little bit tough, but the answer is supposed to be 1/3 of x. So that's how you start off. Now, once you figure out what the 1/3 of x is, you're actually going to take that answer and multiply it with the 3x, then multiply with the 5, writing the answers under your dividend. So 1/3 x multiplied by 3x will be at the end x squared. 1/3 x times 5 will be at the end 5/3 of x. So again, write the quotient on the top, which is 1/3 x, then multiply it with the divisor, 3x plus 5. And once you do that, you will get your eraser, and the x squared right now is positive. You'll switch it from positive to negative. The 5/3 x is positive right now. You'll switch it to negative. Then you'll combine all the terms with one another. So if you're doing this right, the x squared and the x squared should always cancel out. That's how you know you're doing it right. And then you're going to have to do 12x minus 5/3 of x. And again, you need some common denominators there, which would be a 3. So this will be 36x minus 5x. At the end, this is 31x, all divided by 3, plus a 5. So the 5 just comes down. And this pretty much finishes one iteration of the process. And now you're going to have to restart again and do the next iteration. So in the second iteration, what you're looking at is the 3x and then the 31x over 3. And you're looking at what do you multiply the 3x by to make it at the end 31x over 3. And as a matter of fact, in this case, the answer is going to be 31 over 9. Now, I admit this one is a little bit tough to figure out, but typically speaking, the problems will not be as difficult as this one. I'm starting with this one, and it's a little bit more difficult than the rest of them, but if you know how to do the difficult one, you'll be able to understand the easy ones very quickly. So we'll start with the 31 over 9 next and multiply it with the divisor, writing down the answers underneath the dividend. So once the 31 over 9 is multiplied by the 3x and the 5, the answer is written down underneath the dividend. And again, get your eraser out and switch the plus to a minus, and again, the plus to a minus. And at this point, you're supposed to subtract the solutions. So in this case, these two cancel out, and we will have to somehow subtract 5 minus 155 over 9. So again, we need some common denominator. The denominator is going to be 9. So this is going to be 45 minus 155. And that's pretty much the end of the long division. So at this point, we just have to write down the answer. So I mentioned earlier that the quotient is 1 over 3x plus 31 over 9, and the remainder is the negative 110 divided by 9. So how do we write down the solution at this point? So here's how we write it down. We say that x squared plus 12x plus 5, when it's divided by 3x plus 5, will give the following. It will first give 1/3 x plus 31 over 9. So we write the quotient first. Then we put a little plus sign, and then we write a fraction. Now this fraction is going to have the remainder on top. So in this case, the remainder is negative 110 over 9, divided all by the old divisor, 3x plus 5.